Is y'all ready? Are you ready? I'm so ready. Hey, all right, all right, all right, all right. So what we got? 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 Who we got in the house? Hey, Shiny. Now you want the Mickey D's? Hello, Melissa. Hello, Tamika. Hello, Kay. Hello, darling. Hello, keeping up with Queen Tulsa. Hello, darling. Illuminating Mystic. Lynn B. Malika. Hello, the Align Life with Malika. Spirit 1111. Hello, Melinda. Hello, darling. Hey, Natasha. How's everybody doing? Hey, Christina. Hello. Hey, Sean Ray. How's it going? Hey, JJ. Hey, in Detroit. Hey. Hola, chiquita. ¿Cómo estás? Hey, Shakima. Hello. Chronicles. Hello, darling. All right. So let me take this off. Let me tell you something. It's hot. It's hot here in Wisconsin. The next couple of days it's going to be pretty hot and warm. It was humid today. So I begrudgingly turned the air conditioner on. Let me tell you something. I can be in the heat and I don't care. I don't care. I can be in the heat, but I have to remember that I have fur babies and I have other people that reside with me. Not everybody is built for the heat like I am, child. So I had to turn the darn air on. But when I tell you down here in the studio, the Magic Studio, Magic City, it's cold. I had to put my sweater on, child. I had to put my sweater on and I had to close the door. Okay, if y'all is ready, hey, Miss Corey, hey, baby. If y'all is ready, we're going to play the intro and we're going to get on started, okay? We're going to get started. I'm going to tell you how this all going to go down today. Here we go. All right. Well, welcome. I want to say welcome to everyone and everyone's. Today, here we go. Welcome to the channel. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. I want to thank my new subscribers. I want to thank my OGs, my day ones, my day 51s, my day 21s, my day 111s, and all of those in between. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate your support. Now, the other thing I want to state here, everything stated in this video is an opinion, interpretation, and conjecture. The only factual statements are made by me or whomever else we happen to let up on the panel and their experiences. The reason why I have to say that, y'all, is because I am supposed to tell you that tarot reading and the fine arts therein are not, I'm supposed to say that they are not 100%, which, let's be real, nobody is 100%. If somebody tells you they are 100%, they're lying. Just point blank, we're still human. However, I will tell you this, that all of the readings that I do, because I've been doing this both in the church and then outside of the church for so long, aka giving words of knowledge in the church, those y'all that went to like the charismatic churches, y'all don't know about the word of knowledge and all that kind of stuff. Because I gave those a word of prophecy, I learned a long time ago how to move myself out of the way so that the channeling and the information is pure. Now, energy is fluid. It can neither be destroyed nor created. And it is fluid in that how you might feel in this moment may or may not be how you feel tomorrow or the next day. So I say that to tell you that things can change. So if you hear something tonight that you're like, really, I want to change that, that's not really how I want life to go, then I'm going to be giving you the tools to do so. It is completely up to you. And when we have other people that are involved in said situations, consternations, whatever, right? I can't control those other people. You can't control those other people. Therefore, if you're asking me to change, to fix to tell you something about somebody else, I can only tell you how their energy is moving at the moment. And I can give you an insight into, if you continue on the same path, this is what could potentially occur. Okay? That's if you continue on the same path. You have the option always to change the path. Always have the option to change the path and get into a different timeline. All right. And let me just get the lipsticks on. Lips is popping. We want the popping lips. So you all might notice I'm gonna take this down. The reason why we're here today, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Now listen, shout out to Prince. When I was sent this link, that the good old Golden Arches were offering free tarot readings for Mercury Retrograde. And they were even explaining what Mercury Retrograde is. If you went and got the free McChickadee chick and got some fries and all that, I said, this is a mess here. This is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. It's freezing in Rhode Island. It won't be in a couple of days. The heat's coming your way. Yeah, listen. Oh, child. It's I don't like cold. I don't like the cold. 63 degrees. My God, today. Hey, girl talk. Where we at? What? I don't know who told Mickey D's to get into the tarot business. I don't know who. And it's this individual. Let me pull this up. I should try to get it over to here so y'all can see what the hell I'm talking about. It's in Jace, so this must be in New Jersey somewhere. Who's doing these here readings? Oh, it's either the McChicken or the McDouble for free with the purchase of a medium fry at participating locations nationwide. It's only offered on the app. The offer is only available on the app. And it's this card reader and astrology expert, Madam Adam. And they're going to be McDonald's inspired readings. Adam will randomly select a lucky few to receive custom readings. So the TikTok event is going on as we speak. I'm glad y'all are with me. I ain't saying nothing against bruh, sis. I'm not sure which. I don't want to misgender. So I ain't got nothing against them. Good on you for getting that kind of gig. Like, that's some serious money. But baby, I don't know if I want a McDonald's inspired reading. Like, what does that look like? I don't understand. I can't. It's chilly in Denver. I can't. Oh, girl. Okay. Hey, Samantha. I am Virgo sun. Girl, what is going on? How you doing? I haven't seen you in forever. Y'all just flow with me. Just go with me. Hey, yeah, it's a hot mess. Hey, Morgan. Hey. Listen, they're totally capitalizing on it. It said participating. So if you've got the McDonald's app, good on you. You can find out. I can't with it. I can't. It's hilarious to me. Okay, guys. So let me go here and let me take this down. So I'm glad you're with me. I'm glad y'all are together with me. And we are going to be together and doing what we do. Card Cam has returned. Oh, I got that a little too close. a little too close. Closer than close. Closer than most. How are we gonna do this? I don't want that in the way. Okay, that should work. All right. Okay, so what we're doing here tonight is I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. I'm going to use the Quantum Oracle, and we'll probably use the Awakened Soul. I don't know how we're going to do that. That's just what Spirit laid on my heart to use for the readings today. I'll put that there. So whichever ones come out, they come out. I will tell you, those of you that have been with me for a little while know I don't get freaked out, spooked out, or upset about a retrograde. I always feel that retrogrades are indeed an amazing time for us to do a reset and for us to really consider what the direction that we're going in and how we're getting there. So I don't, people get all spooked out and whatnot about a darn retrograde. I don't. I look forward to them because they really do help us in a lot of ways. Okay. So that's where we're going. That's what we're doing. And that's how we're flowing with it. Okay. And I feel like that's how we should flow with it because it's just energy, right? So this retrograde overall, I want y'all to know that I don't want you all to get scared. I don't want y'all to stop doing anything that you're doing. I don't want you all to be like, oh my God, I can't move forward because it's Mercury retrograde. No, I want y'all to cross your T's and dot your I's, but I don't want you to speak death over yourself or over your future or over what you're creating right now. Okay. I don't want you to speak death over it at all. I want us to continue to speak life. And if there's areas that we could use a little push or we could use a little, oomph to there, or there's, ways that perhaps some of you might be scared of success. You might be scared of failure. You might be scared of yourself. I can't tell you. But what I will tell you is this: you are more than capable. Okay. You have everything that you need. And so, but sometimes we just need to get in the right positions with the right people. Okay. Oh, it's Chocolate Earth in here. Hey, Chocolate Earth, how you doing, darling? I'm well. Is Gemini on timeout? Well, yes and no. So we got a new puppy. Well, my son and daughter-in-law and the grandbabies got a new puppy. She is an American. No, she's some kind of a bulldog, a pocket bully, an American pocket bully. That's what she is. She's beautiful. I will get some video and put it up on my community page. I'll get pictures of her. Her name is Athena. She's just adorable. She's about 10, 11 weeks now. And they wouldn't pick her up. They were already supposed to pick her up, but as most of you know, Megan's grandfather passed last week, Thursday, in the evening at about 7:24, I believe it was, in the evening last week, Thursday. So they went up north she's from Upper Michigan. They went up there, for the arrangements. And then now all of us are heading up there on Thursday. I'll be up there probably the entire weekend as it's looking now. So from Thursday, I'll be back on Sunday. So anyway, so on the way back, they picked up Athena. And so Gemini and Virgo both were just like, are you serious right now? Like, you brought another one of these things in here, and this one's lower to the ground and just a little bit, bigger than us. and it's rambunctious. Like, what did you do to us? So I thought they weren't going to speak to me, but they know this was not my doing. So we're good. But what's happened now, long story is very short, is that Virgo now is down here all the time because she's like, there's another existence upstairs. I'm not having it. I don't know about this thing yet. Like if Athena's sleeping on the couch, Virgo will jump on the couch. I've got to get these pictures. And she'll look at her like, Virgo is waiting to give Athena skippity paps. I am telling you, Virgo is waiting to give Athena skippity paps. And I've got my phone on ready at all times because I need to capture these said skippity paps and send them to old boy. Like I legit will just like be like, dude, here's like I would literally request a duet on TikTok. Like I need you to voice this over. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's what you. So they've been down here and they have been terrorizing everything down here. They've just been playing. But when I tell you they've been so I had to put them both out of here because I would get nothing done. They'd have been running up and down, tearing stuff up. So we just had to. I don't know if Gemini is not quite jealous. Gemini is like, I'm just going to do my thing because I'm not sure what's going on. This has been her domain. So if anything, she's upset that Virgo is now in her domain because that's not been the case. Virgo just hasn't come down here a lot. So now that she's always down here, Gemini's mad at her sister. Now that I will tell you. Okay, so now we got that all together. Anybody that is watching on Facebook, BTW, I can't, unfortunately, in Restream see your chats, your comments. So if you want to come over to the YouTubes of it all, anybody that's on Restream, if you want to come over to the YouTubes, let me give you the link. And so you can come over to the YouTubes, okay? And you can come hang out with us and I can see your chat. Okay, I can see your chat because I can't see it there. Now, the reason why that's important is because tonight, and I'm putting the link to the live in. Are y'all going to see it on the Facebooks of it all? Oh, no, I'm not dealing with this right now. So come to YouTube, Heart of Inspiration. Okay. Ellis posted a picture. I'm sure he did. I'm sure my son did post a picture. Okay, are we ready now? Let's get this started. The reason why that's important, my Facebook peeps, is because I'm going to be choosing random people all during the live to give quick reads to. Just random. Just like McDonald's is doing it, I'm going to do the same thing. Any Husenheimer. So yeah, I'm going to do the same damn thing. Okay, here we go. Aries. We're going to start with Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Can I get a card? We're going to pull from the Awakened Soul. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's pull a card from here first. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There's so many videos I want to make you guys. You guys, I was sent a video by a reader that was reading an individual, and not only was it hateful and spiteful, but it was also like madly incorrect and misusing oracle decks for reasons that they should not have been used. And we'll talk about a little bit more than that. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, we have from the Awakened Soul family from the Awakened Soul family. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I'm going to even include Aries Mercury in these readings. So these readings will include your Mercury sign, because I feel that that's very important. So what else do we have going on here? Oh, and events, milestone. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Okay, those of you that wish to have children will be having children. Those of you who wish to get married, I see during the retrograde, I would say potentially there could be some engagements going on the positive side, or some commitments happening on the positive side. Um, Being with child during this time period. What are we looking at? Mercury retrograde. Oh, you know what? I'm not doing that. Let me do this. When is Mercury retrograde? May 2022. May. This is saying May 10th to June 2nd. So right now, the Mercury is stationary retrograde, meaning it's not moving forward, it's not moving retrograde according to our perspective on Earth. But in a couple of days is when it will appear to be moving backwards in the sky. And this is going to be going all the way through till June 2nd, when it will go stationary direct. Okay, and then it'll start moving back. So it's gonna moonwalk back into Taurus, and then then it'll come back, of course, into Gemini again. So we get kind of another bite at the apple. So I'm telling you that because that's the time frame we're looking at here. Anytime between basically today, all the way up through about June 2nd, this could occur. Okay. So if you don't want to get preggers, then I would say take the precautions not to. There could also be adoptions. There could also be family coming together. There's a milestone you guys are going to be celebrating. Hopefully it is a celebration and it is not a situation. Okay. Some of you guys, it might be a situation, but I'm going to ask that you try to see the positive and see the good that can come of it, rather than only sitting kind of in the problematic aspects. Okay. So family is very important. Family is going to be key. It could be your natural family, or also your, energetic, or your, the family you choose, not the family you were born with. What do we have? We're just going to do some quick reads. Yeah, this is definitely about family. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is always about family. I just see some really, really good things, like people coming in and becoming part of your family. With the 4 of Pentacles, they're also going to come able to help you kind of get through some of the heartache and potential heartbreak that you've been having. And also kind of help you with the healing of your heart. And the Chariot. So this could be also a Cancerian, but this is like during this time is what's being laid down is you're getting the foundations to be able to move forward, right? And then we have the 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which tells me Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury, that you've really been trapped in your own mind, that you've not really that the obstacles that you've seen, but that you see before you, are not really there. They're just an optical illusion. They're not really there. And so it's up to you to make the decision to make things right. Okay. You have to decide that you're not going to hold on to hurt, pain, whatever, disagreements, people not seeing things the same way that you see them, all that garbage. Like, you got to make the decision to not do that. None of us can make the decision for you. You have to make that decision to not do that yourself. Do you understand? And when you make that decision, that actually then comes into being a milestone for you, because that's the day that you actually have freedom. Okay? Now, how family plays into this, you could be having familial discord, disagreements, folks just not seeing eye to eye. You might be like, well, they ain't really, admiring me, or they're not really respecting me. They don't respect my gangsta. Like, whatever the situation is, they don't respect my achievements. And but I'm just hearing this kind of being hurt over it, and you really don't need to, because in actuality, with this 10 of Cups, you guys are in a fairly good position. Like overall, like you're getting a lot of the things that you actually have always wanted, and things are getting it right in the right perspective. Some of you are guarding your heart just a little bit too much. You really can't get to this family space. So if you're having trouble like getting into relationships or finding that one, that's probably part of it too. But I do feel like if you go on and decide to finally move forward and not look to your left or to your right, but only look forward and look with your higher self rather than you, like your two eyes, look with your third eye, instead of, you know, just always kind of being like, well, it doesn't work out this way, it has always been this way. Like this can really be the mark of this, the moment in time where it's like, oh my God, this is amazeballs, right? Like I can say that during May 2022, during when people thought, oh, I shouldn't be really being able to move forward, some significant things happened where I was able to really speak life over myself and see where I was speaking death over myself and change my ways. And then that's when everything got set up and started moving forward. Some of you guys, again, there could be a birth, there could be a pregnancy, you know, there's just you know, an engagement. Some of you, it might be a splitting up, that you're finally setting yourself free. I just don't get that energy though, to be honest with you. I will say watch your spending during Mercury retrograde as well, Aries. Like I know y'all like to like splurge on yourselves and it makes you feel good. But I would say watch your spending. Just make sure that you are not overspending, or check things out before you spend any money on it. Okay. That would be Aries. Hey, por la vida. I'm glad you caught alive. I'm glad. Who is this? Oh, good. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, purple lover. Which deck were you considering, dear? Oh, you're explaining that. So what is your Mercury sign? Mercury sign is where Mercury is as a planet in your natal chart or in your birth chart. And if we have time tonight, I'll show you my birth chart. That's where what your Mercury sign is. My Mercury is in Cancer. So I communicate like a Cancer. Yep. Thank you very much, Malika. You had a premonition. Oh my goodness. Hey, Desiree, I'm just catching up. Thanks, guys, for coming. I so appreciate it. Hey, Tarot Guy, how are you? Hey, AT2, how are you? How are you? All right. Yes, let's sit back and relax. All right, let's keep her moving. Keep on moving. Okay. I don't know what jukebox is still playing in my head. Okay, we're going to move on to Taurus. We're going to do 3 readings, and then I'm going to like kind of just whoever I'm led to do a reading for. Okay, we're going to do 3, and then we're going to do that. Can I get one card? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Here we go. Ooh. Authenticity. Authenticity. Be yourself, child. Be your mother trucking self, baby. Thanks, Vita. All right, now one from the Quantum Oracle. Y'all have been really wanting to talk about some of the messes going on, but I just didn't know. I really want to have a whole conversation about some other things. Oh, true love. Are we about to have some reunions, some unions going on? That's why I have that one, purple lover, because some Aries have been stagnant. Okay. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. It's time for you to shine and be your authentic self. Taurus, I feel like you've been like trying to be something that you're not, but not because you're trying to be fake and phony. Some of you, the lower vibrational Taurians, absolutely, you're being fake and phony because you want to be fake and phony. I can't help you with that. You're gonna have to raise yourself up. But I think for a lot of you, you're just kind of trying to keep this peace because we're in this season for you, and we're going to be in this season for at least another 3 years, while Uranus is in your sign, where things just change. Especially this year, you thought you guys have been going through changes already. Like there is so with the North Node and Uranus in your sign, like legit, this is like this is probably the most tumultuous upending of the apple cart, moving your cheese year that you're going to have while Uranus is transiting your sign. What does that mean? That means this is really your year to bust out of the mold and not be so stubborn that it can only be one way, and that's the way you thus far have assumed it could be. Okay? We can't be that stubborn. You're gonna have to go with the flow. Okay. If you were with me this morning for the morning reading, we talked about being a bull in a china shop. And, a lot of times the bull in the china shop is looked at like, oh my gosh, you're just such a brute. Like, you're not, there's no grace, there's none of this. But if you think about it, like bulls to me, if you've ever watched a bull run or charge or do anything, there is this really odd, interesting grace about how they move. And they're so fast. When you wouldn't think that this like couple of ton, like, or at least a ton, right? Animal could move that quickly, but they do. And it appears like they're really super light on their feet. And my thing with the bull in the china shop is, well, maybe that china is an old pattern that you don't even identify with, but that was gifted to you, right? And because it was gifted to you and it's an heirloom, people are asking you and thinking you should hang on to it, when honestly it don't even fit your kitchen, it don't fit your dining room, it don't fit your decor. And so instead of this old school like painted little dainty flowers on it, maybe you want something that's bold and geometric and like out there. But thus far you just kind of not felt like you either could or should bust out. Now, true love, again, this is beginning to shape up to be possibly some unifications going on. So I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Aries. There could be some commitments happening here. Either moving in or talk about moving in, talk about engagement. Maybe if you're single right now, this could be, normally I would say don't just like get with somebody if you meet them during Mercury retrograde, but I'm going to tell you in this moment in time, maybe consider them. I'm not saying go to the ends of the earth and all that with this person, but you could end up meeting your true love, and you typically would poo-poo it because it's during Mercury retrograde. We say don't get with nobody if you meet them during Mercury retrograde or Venus retrograde. I don't know, but this could be somebody that you would not normally think of being involved with, and so that could be very good. But also, honestly, if you look at this card, it's true love, but what is she looking at? She is looking at a reflection of who? Herself. I have very feminine geared cards I'm using. They're all like real super feminine. It's true love. So are you going to find true love of self in your own authenticity? We have justice. So those of you that are involved in legal battles, it's going to go well for you. It's going to be a bit of a battle, but you got to be real with yourself in order to win. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. You've been feeling left out. Taurians, you've been feeling that for a while though. And 3 of Swords. I'm gonna read that though. I typically read everything, upright, but I'm feeling reversal energy. Yeah. And we have the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which tells me there's going to be a lot of communication back and forth. It's going to move faster than you anticipated and faster than maybe you want. You're going to have to communicate. You're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to speak up on behalf of not only yourself, like your outward self, but your inward self. You're going to have to get to this point during the Mercury retrograde where you no longer feel left out in the cold, and that you yourself stop being so hard on yourself and be the disappointment I'm getting from this Three of Swords is that you are disappointed with yourself above and beyond everything else. Like you are your own worst critic. And a lot of us are, but it's out of balance. It's out of whack. You're not doing yourself justice because you're not living in your own authenticity. You're still living based on what other people feel that you should do. And even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just a nook and a cranny, even if it's just one sliver of your life, it's not going to do you any good. Like, oh, I thought that was a cat that I hadn't closed out. That legitimately, like, even if it's one area, like you can't stand for it anymore. So I'm going to ask you to take this time, this Mercury retrograde time, and I'm going to ask you to look inward, and what areas just are you like kind of pretending like you are, you know, smiling faces, sometimes they don't tell the truth, right? You're smiling, but you're hiding pain on the inside. You're smiling to everyone else, but you're so disappointed with how things have gone, and you're not quite sure if you're ever going to reach that particular goal. I will do Virgo when it's Virgo's time. That is what is to the situation. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to fall in love with yourself. I'm going to ask that this communication be true, and that Nine of Cups, that you fall in love with self. Okay. I want to ask you to journal. I'm going to ask you to talk things out, even if it's just with yourself, right? I'm going to ask you to just really investigate how you feel, and I want you to talk with others and see how others see you. But please find the authentic you and allow that authentic you to break free. Okay? That authentic you to break free. All right. Where are we at here? I seen an astrologer say many signs have a potential to meet people during this time. Yeah. That does last, but of course use your discernment. This is so weird. This is so weird. Like, I don't typically, during a Mercury retrograde, I don't typically see this much. Hey, Jen, how are you? Thanks, AT2. Yeah, it's so crazy. So I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. I am totally here for it. Hi, Latoya. You have Mercury in Cancer, and your sun, just like me, Latoya. My sun sign is Cancer, and my Mercury is in Cancer. So we think, walk, talk, and we communicate like a Cancerian. We cannot help it. Do you know what house it's in? I'm a 7th house sun and a 7th house Mercury. All right. That would be Taurus. Let's move it on to Gemini. Let's move it on to Gemini. Gemini. All right, here we go. Let me get one card for Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. One card, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Action. All right, it's time for you to take action. Well, that ain't hard for Gemini to do, is it? That is not a difficult thing. Balancing of the scales, absolutely. Joy is fun. This, y'all, see, listen, these are some happy Mercury retrograde readings. Much better than what you would have got. I could just see, I ain't gonna talk about that man, or that person, but baby, can you imagine like a reading? And can you imagine if they put a whole tarot deck together that was all like 7 of fries, 8 of hamburgers, 10 of pickles. Mm-mm, mm-mm. McDonald's inspired readings. I bet you that's what they did. Anyway, let me get to Gemini here. Gemini. Okay. Gemini, you know what? You guys are at your absolute best when you're having fun. You are at your absolute best when you're inspiring others. You are at your absolute best when you are charismatic and carefree and creative. It is when people try to contain you and contain your joy and contain your energy that you give real foul. Okay? There's 2 ways to get a Gemini to be foul. Try to box them in and tell a lie on them. Try to box them in or tell a lie on them. That's when the other Gemini comes out. Now, but the fun Gemini, the fun fish, is truly like I love Geminis. I really do. Because I can respect their brute honesty because they're really not trying to hurt your feelings. Um, and I can respect their creativity and that spark, that glimmer in their eye, right? So, Gemini, I want you to enjoy that. Listen, your home planet, right, is Mercury. Mercury is in your sign right now. And yes, it's stationary retrograde and it's going to go retrograde and it's going to go back. It's got a moonwalk back to Taurus and then it's coming right back. Don't worry about it. It'll just be gone for a little bit. But don't lose your inspiration and don't lose your fun. Don't lose your inspiration and don't lose your fun. In fact, find the things that bring you absolute joy and act on those things. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. If you've been seeking, like, what is it that I should do? Or I want to be entrepreneurial, I have all these different ideas, like, I'm not sure which way to go with it. I want you to, like, think about, I want you to really feel into, there goes those darn feelings. I know y'all Geminis ain't trying to hear it, but I want you to feel into what brings you the most joy. And it might be a combination of a few ideas and see if that's what's going to be motivating for you. Also, don't be around Debbie Downers. Like, if you can avoid it, avoid the Debbie Downers. 7 of Wands, guard your heart, guard your peace, guard the victory that you just received. Some of you Geminis actually just like got a victory. It could be small, it could be large, but you just had a victory. And I want you to guard that feeling of that victory. I want you to guard the euphoria, the joy that came as a result of that victory. Okay. I want you to guard that. Okay. With everything you've got. Okay. 2 of Wands, that's going to be an actual decision you're making to guard your heart. It's going to be an inspired decision to guard it. I'm telling you that this victory, whatever this was, opened your eyes to a new way of being. It opened your eyes to new possibilities and it really lit you up. And I just feel like there might be some people in your vicinity that are like, oh no, you got to slow down. And normally I would probably be one of those people to be like, okay, look, we're going to have to stop and think about this for a minute. Like, you just running off wild, because that's that Cancerian and Capricornian in me. Like, you got to stop, right? Got to be balanced. I'm a 7th house sun. Got to be balanced. But in this case, I'm going to tell you to take action, but dot your I's and cross your T's. Okay. Take action. I want you to get the inspiration. I want you to write it all down. I want you to try to plan it out or find people, maybe find an earth sign or a water sign that's going to be able to help you plan it out, child. Because I know, being an air sign, sometimes that planning part, especially for a Gemini, oh God, y'all really don't want to do that, do you? Hey, Lola Lane, how are you, loving? Oh, yep. And the 3 of Wands. So if you do make the move like this, your ship is on its way in. You have a lot of action here, a lot of inspiration here. So go for it and be joyful in everything that you're doing. Yep, because on the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for this Mercury retrograde is the wheel. So fortune is coming your way. Lady Luck is smiling upon you. It is turning in your favor. The odds are ever in your favor. Okay. So I want you to go on and take full advantage of the fact that the odds are ever in your favor. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. I can tell you where you're going to be, in a prosperous place. That's where you're going to be tomorrow. Keep it spontaneous. Keep it moving. Okay. Keep it, keep it light. Keep it cute, but not cute like, you being, keep it cute. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to like move with the joy. Move with the joy and inspire others to move along with you. Hey, Velma, inspire others to move with you, Gemini. All right. So I'm welcoming those that are here now with me. I so very much appreciate you. Okay. Child, how am I do this? How am I going to do it? Hey, Jace. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I am thinking of a number. I'm going to write it down. I am thinking of a number. Oh, I know. Random number picker. Hang on, gang. Random number generator. That's what we talking about. Here we go. Okay. And I'm going to share this. Hang on. Hold on. No, I don't have to do it. I'm going to share this screen. Okay. Chrome tab, random number generator, share. And then I'm actually going to go here and I'm going to go here. And then that way you can see me. Okay. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it? So anybody, stop. No, don't put no. Well, okay, you can put your numbers in there. Okay, we're going to go from 1 to 100 then. I can see numbers. And this way, I ain't the one choosing it. So I want everybody to put a number between 1 and 100, the closest without going over is going to get the reading. The closest without going over is going to get the reading. I'm so glad. Everybody got their numbers in? Everybody got y'all numbers in? One number per person. Don't put multiples. Don't be funny around here. Okay, here we go. We're going to keep going. Okay, I'm going to count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more numbers. No more numbers. The last number I see, guys. No, Gemini, you can't come in. Let me see the last number I see here because I'm going to go over to the YouTubes of it all. Okay, last call. Last call for numbers. Last call for numbers. Last call. 3, 2, Purple Lover at 42 is the last number. Okay, here we go. And we say do not repeat. 29. Lucky number 29. Lucky number 29. Let's see here. Got 25. Looks like the person that put in 25. I've got Jace with 25. That looks like Jace is the winner chicken dinner. There you go, Jace. Jace is the winner with 25. Okay. I've never done it like that. That's actually fun. Oh, I like it. Okay, here we go. Wait. Stop typing. Where's Jace? Okay, Jace. I am going to drop the link. Jace, please come over here. You do not have to show your face. Jace, you do not have to show your face, but it will be infinitely easier if I can do your reading with you. Okay? Did it post in the YouTubes of it all? Can you click on that link? Did it post in the Yep, it sure did. Click that link. Click the link. No, I said without going over. Without going over. So the McDonald's thing, the McDonald's thing, and while we're waiting for Jace to, oh, she's here. The McDonald's dealio is that they were giving away free McChickens and free McDoubles, and if you bought the medium fry, you got put into a hat, I guess, to be able to get some sort of a reading. Yeah. So there you go. From Madam Adam is who that was from. Well, there we go. There we go. All right. So now the next time we do this, guys, just so we know, without going over, that's the only way I can do it. Hello, Jace. How are you?
Hello, darling. I look a mess.
You could turn your camera off if you want to. It's totally fine.
Okay, well, I'd rather come on when I'm looking a little decent. I just gave myself a facial.
Okay, sweetheart. Well, there you go. You're totally fine. All right, Jace. So do you have a question for me? Do you have a question for me?
Yes, I do. I'm interested in a home. Since COVID, I have been parked in an extended stay because my original home bottomed out. It was right at COVID when the owner passed of COVID. So I'm looking at a home. Mm-hmm. And I'm getting a bit restless about being here. So I'm looking for guidance on how to secure all the funds I'll need to purchase this home. I think that's what my question is. I don't know how to, this is the first time I've ever done this, so.
Yeah, that's a little,
well, okay.
I understand I get where you're going though. So we're gonna phrase it like, okay. We're going to phrase it like, we want some information surrounding the purchase of do you have a home in mind?
Yes, I do.
All right. So I'm going to ask a couple questions. Is this the home that Jace's home that she is interested in right now? Just yes or no, please. This is the home that Jace has in mind. Is this her home? Yes or no, please. Just one card. Yes or no. Is this her home? Very ambiguous. Why are you so ambiguous with me? Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, which is interesting though, but it's very ambiguous. So I would say yes, it can be your home. It's not, I don't have that's a yes. It's not like a whoa, yes. It is it's perfectly fine for you and you will be quite comfortable there. However, you seem to be a little bit fixated on this particular home. I'm also hearing, please don't be concerned that this is the only one that's going to come along. Um, and try not to get too weary of the process, understanding that it is a lot. But don't if you get too nervous about things, it's not going to let your energy flow fully. So now I'm just going to pull a few cards so we can get an idea about anything that we need to know in regard to the home. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. Can I just get a couple of cards here? What does Jace need to know about securing this home in the future? Okay, so we've got some major changes with the tower coming. So that tells me that the way you may be thinking about, or this is going to be an unusual way that you are going to be able to secure financing with the home, not fully the way that you thought it would be. With the Fool, that's a very good card because that's giving me that this is your adventure, your new adventure. And the Queen of Wands, you're going to be quite happy. So you're going to be feeling much better about yourself pretty soon. I'm also hearing give yourself a break and cut yourself some slack.
Thank you.
Cut yourself some slack, sweetheart.
You get out of my business. Okay.
Tower and the Devil. That could be that could be a Capricorn. It also could be that there it feels like that there are toxic people that God, universe, however, source, your ancestors, however, that has they have revealed themselves to you. They've been trying to move these toxic people out of your life. I feel like you've done well, but I also feel like there's some hangers on. King of Swords. A man, a know-it-all, and it could be a male. It could be a know-it-all person. It could be someone with very strong Aquarian placements in their birth chart. Somebody that can at times honestly be rather manipulative, though. Like they're a wordsmith. They can kind of keep you spinning. Like you like, well, what does that mean? Right? You have to speak your truth. You have to live your truth. Now, if there's not anyone in your realm right now, I would watch out for this. In regard to the house, be sure that you're reading all contracts. Be sure that you understand be sure that there is don't just take the appraisal or the walkthrough. What I can't remember what they call it right now. Anyway, just don't take theirs at face value.
Okay.
Be sure you get your own appraisal of the house, even though it's going to cost you money. You always should anyway. But be sure you do, and be sure that the disclosures on that house are like push a little bit to make sure that they're all there. If they may try to not want to fix certain things and want to sell it to you as is, or say, well, blah blah blah. I want you to be sure that you negotiate well enough that you get money taken off of it, and a significant amount. Even though this is a seller's market, that doesn't mean that you have to take what they're offering, because it could potentially cause issues later. This also could tell me that I don't know how old this house is. That tower could also be that there's some problems with the foundation, that there has been some type of vermin or some type of damage. That's a potential as well. Just make sure they're telling you the truth. With the Fool, you're entering into it. Just double and triple check everything. This is a brand new time for you. So, all that old stuff is packed away and gone. Also, stop taking on other people's responsibilities and other people's burdens. You are not the one that needs to put everybody on your back and swim across the ocean with them.
Thank you.
It's not your responsibility. But that's you're moving into this time period right now where you're finally recognizing this. And this magician card tells me that because you've released yourself from everybody else's burdens and you're willing to start something fresh and something new, now it's time for you to create the life that you truly want. Now it's time for Jace, not everybody else. Okay? It's time for you. Queen of Wands, your self-esteem is taking a hit. That's why we heard at first, cut yourself some darn slack. But however, Queen of Pentacles, this is very good because this tells me you got money coming.
Hallelujah.
You have money coming. 6 of Wands, victory. So the end of this all is you have money coming and you're going to find victory, perhaps in some unusual spaces. I'm also hearing what's in your hand. So I don't know if there's certain things that you do. Creatively or in an entrepreneurial way or whatever like that. But I'm hearing use what's in your hand, sow those seeds and let those seeds grow as well. As far as money to purchase the home, if you're going to use the home in some entrepreneurial fashion, again, I don't know if that's the case or not, or you wanting to open up your own business or you already have. Also check into loans or grants for women, especially women of color that are first time, not only just home buyers, or even if you're a second time home buyer, but new business owners as well. Okay. Seek to make some collaborations that are going to also give you a larger amount of money quicker. Like I just hear that you're working so hard at something and it's like you're seeing small dividends and small payback for it, but not like the big windfall. And that's because you got to change some of your partnerships. Don't be concerned about the fact that you don't have this or you don't have that, or you're not this or you're not that. What's most important is the fact that you have the energy, the capability, the wisdom, the knowledge, that this is something that you can do. So don't be afraid to create those relationships and to put yourself out there a little bit, and collaborations. Closed mouth don't get fed. So nobody knows unless you start talking. Right.
Okay.
So, and just always remember that you are a queen, you are a goddess, you are beautifully and wonderfully created, and you came here with everything you needed. Okay. You have it all. Now it's just all being put together. And now you're just remembering all of this. Okay. So there's a whole bunch of new horizons. But again, I keep hearing grants potentially or some business dealings that are really going to open up a floodgate of money in ways that you didn't see it happening before.
Okay.
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 Time frame, that's a little bit more difficult for me to pinpoint here. Probably 3 to 6 months. What's really going to be difficult, where I'm having a difficult time here, is kind of pinpointing also when the market is going to go down. Because I feel like all of this is, in other words, you're going to get more house for your money.
Okay.
That keeps on being a kind of rather moving target. But I also feel if you're very strict on, hey, I need to understand everything that's going on with this house. And again, I just feel like there's either been, I hesitate to say termite. I want to say that there's potentially been, and when I say vermin, I mean like mice or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's been something like that. Maybe a bat, but that's kind of, I don't know where you're at. So it could be bats, but I feel like it's like a mice. I hear vermin. So I'm not saying it's a present issue. I'm just saying it has been a past issue. And again, I would really make sure that we check the foundation out in that house.
Okay.
There may have been some
Okay.
damage to it before. Okay.
Okay.
But it looks good. I mean, if you want this house, you can have this house. But don't be surprised if something else doesn't come along for you. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You are so
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you for popping up. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you as well.
All right. All right, honey. I'm going to drop you down so we can do the next 3 signs. Okay, hon?
Okay.
Okay, dear. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All
Bye.
righty. Bye. All right. That was fun. I don't do that often. Okay. All right. Let's move along, guys. That was fun. Let's move it along to Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Here we go. Now, understand, if you've gotten a reading then, guys, then you can't get another one. Okay? We're not going to double up. Thanks, Perp. Thank you. And it's a dress, actually. So thank you. I saw someone say, I like your top. It's a dress, actually. It's dress season. What is this? Oh, God, it was hard. You can't read. Meditate. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. I gotta get the card cam back. Card cam. There we go. Meditate, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Meditate. Meditate. All right. What do we got from the Quantum Oracle? Quantum Oracle. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Mercury. Quantum Oracle. Can I get one card, please? Can I get one card, please? Present power. Okay, Cancerians, I have to apologize, first of all, because I will tell you that this is a lot for me. So hopefully, you're so welcome, Jace. I'm so glad for the confirmation. So this is a lot for me, and hopefully it resonates with you guys, okay? Meditate, and in your present power and consciousness. Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising, and potentially Mercury's as well. A lot of times we get so nervous about who we really are. Like we don't want to offend anyone. We don't want to overpower people. We want everybody to feel welcome. We want everyone to feel nurtured. You know, when you come to my channel, it's like coming to my home. Okay. So who you see here in front of you, like on this platform, I would be the same way if you came to my house and we were going to break bread or whatever we were going to do. Like there will always be coffee to be made. There's always going to be a fully, stocked bar with any, just about anything you want, and a chilled bottle of white wine if that's what you wanted. And I'm always going to have some food either already made that we can, if you want it, we can heat it up. Or you know what? Let me whip something up for you right away. Let me make sure that you're comfortable. Favorite music. We're just going to have a great time, right? And it's going to be very nurturing. That's how we are. Like, when you come to my home, this is how we are. We are home. What happens, though, a lot of times is we don't nurture ourselves. And so what happens is we end up not living in our present power. Like we kind of live in the past a lot of I wish I could have done something differently or shoulda, woulda, coulda. And we do it so that we can in the future then hopefully be better. But a lot of times we end up being stuck in this ugly loop of the past, right? We get stuck in that time loop and don't move forward. Also, some of us, honestly, I'm just gonna be super honest about me, right? I haven't talked about this a lot about my New Orleans trip or anything like that, or the resultant thereof. But I will say part of what happened to me or with me or the epiphany I had in New Orleans, and that's still revealing itself to me right now, is that I hold back. This is not me unleashing my entire, like unleashing all of the Lisa energy out. All of the Heart of Inspiration energy out. All of the Oracle Dr. Lisa energy out, or Dr. Lisa the Oracle out. This is me holding back because I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. This is not me operating like I'm getting better about that. So I don't know if this resonates with anybody else, but sometimes we still pretend or we hold back because we're concerned if we're the true authentic self. First of all, are you going to accept me? Second of all, are you going to respect me? And third of all, are you going to love me? Right? Are you going to love me? Because that's really at the end of the day what we want. We want to be loved. So when I hear Spirit saying, what I hear Source saying is encouraging us to stand in our present power, live in our present power, not being so concerned about the past at all, and not having a care for the future. Meaning, you and I don't have to plan it out every step of the way. We can live in our present power and exude that present power and unleash that present power in its totality and in its authenticity without being concerned about how it's going to be received, because it's just that we need to put it out there. And the meditation comes in that it replenishes and refuels us and gets us in tune with our present power. Are we actually going to be loved and not just used? Yes, Lord. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think I may have a little geologist maybe on my hands. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. So the meditation gets us in and connected to source energy, connected to our ancestors, connected to God, connected to the universe, connected to spirit. You can insert whatever name you wish, Mother, Father, God, Goddess, whatever. And as we're connected in the current moment, as we're living in the current moment and not being so concerned about the future and not being so like guilt ridden about the past, we are able to live then quantumly. We're able to live in a timeless space of present power. Mindfulness misses the boat sometimes, beloved, because we don't live in the present then. Ace of Swords. This is a new way of thinking. Something that'll make it all right. New position. Shout out to Prince. Three of Swords. Oh, my beloveds, we have been so disappointed. We have been so disappointed in ourselves. We have been so disappointed in others. We have been used, abused, misused, and misunderstood. Oop, the lovers in reverse. And let me tell you, some of us is lovers to people that aren't deserving of our love. Ooh, I don't know who's hearing me or who will hear me that's doing the Whitney Houston where she understands that he Saving all my love. Who's living the saving all my love life? You used to tell me we'd run away together. Love gives you the right to be free. You said be patient, just wait a little longer. I'm not trying to hit that Whitney because I'm sitting, so I can't get that air up over the diaphragm to tell you, but that's just an old fantasy. Baby, who's living that life? Are you living that life with yourself? Anyway, Ace of Swords, it's time for you to get a new position, to get a new thought, to get a new idea, to get a new outlook so that you're not on the hamster wheel of pain, disappointment, and sorrow. And you can finally let your heart heal so you stop choosing these soulmates and these partners in any area of your life that are just going to use and abuse you because you're not in your own present power. So you end up connecting with people that all they're going to do is use your power and you're not using your own. You're giving your power away. So this Mercury retrograde, I'm gonna ask you to take your power back with me. Let's Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Can we take our power back? Can we take our power back? All right. Let your heart heal and let your hair down. Yes, Lord. Earth, air, fire, water, and love. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So that's what I want us to do. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Okay. Now I'm not sure who living that life, but y'all better get y'all a new lover. Y'all better get y'all a new lover. I love that you guys are raising indigo and crystalline children in the right way. I love that. All right. That's Cancer. Whoo, child. Y'all hang with me. We got 42 people. I can't see how many likes we got. We got likes going on here. Oh yeah, we all got good likes. So tell everybody we over here. Let's move it along to Leo. Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for sharing. Make sure that you are indeed subscribed. I have been doing Members Mondays, guys. I'm going to continue to do Members Mondays, but I'm members only live. But I need to figure out a different day other than Monday because, child, baby, Monday be tearing my ass up. Monday tears me up. It's hard for me to like, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to figure out another day, members, that we can be together. And y'all watch because what's about to happen, see, that was just as much for me as it was for y'all. So I want y'all to really think about what I just said. I want you to let it resonate and drop that in your heart. Even if you're not a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, that's a word for everybody. Okay? I want you to let that drop down. And I want, it's time for us to unleash. It's time for us to unleash. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter someday. Right? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Okay. Leo, we got some healing going on. I don't know. Shout out to Marvin Gaye if it's sexual healing or what kind of healing you got going on, but baby, Oh, child. Woo, child. You know, I'm not gonna tell y'all while I got that cough, Perk. I got the cough because of anyway. Try Thursday Jupiter Day. Child, you know, I'm gonna sit here and literally be now Jupiter by Earth, Wind, and Fire by the elements is in my head now. Okay, can I get one card from the Quantum Oracle, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury? Oop, you got true love too. Hey, now. Ooh, we all got a lot of love things going on. We got a thing going on. Anyway, nope, you did not miss Sagittarius. We're taking our time tonight, child. We only on Leo. Next up will be Virgo. Leo, healing. Leo, this is kind of what I'm hearing. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Leo, there's healing in your love space that's going on in your heart. Now, again, remember this true love card is showcasing her in the mirror, and does she truly love herself on the inside, inside and out? But I'm gonna say this to you, Leo. You're receiving, some of y'all, if it don't fit, don't try to put the shoe on. You are receiving back to you what you're sending out. All the relationships that you have that are working, that are not working, they are a mirror, right? They're just mirroring back what you're putting into the mirror, the image you're putting there. So if you want something different, you got to change. Man in the mirror, right? Shout out to Michael Jackson. You got to change the man in the mirror. If you want something to reflect back differently to you, then you got to do that internal healing in order to get a different reflection. Okay? You have to change your inflection to change your reflection. Okay? Now, some of you are also are in relationships that the love has gone. Thanks, Jess. Hang on, y'all. Melissa said we could take Wednesdays away from the Bible study group. Yeah, Melissa. Can't. You all are in a loveless relationship, but you're only there because of loyalty. And I'm going to take it past the romantic as well. If you're still working for a company or a boss or whatever, and you know the boss ain't been doing you right anyway, damn it, all right, but it's been you know what I'm saying? You could take it or leave it, but really you still just there, what, out of loyalty, because you have some sense of obligation, right? You might be in a relationship full time where you know the love is gone. After the love is gone, what used to be right is wrong. The love is all we had. Right? Shout out to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Now, but what you do after the love is gone? You just gonna stick around? The love gone, baby. It ain't there no more. Love don't live here no more. So, but why are you staying out of obligation and out of loyalty? But you are spending what really it is you're beating yourself up and you refuse to heal. You gotta pull whatever's in your paw out of your paw. You don't have to be the martyr, right? You could pull that thorn out of your paw and go in and start your healing. So you don't have to be the martyr. You don't owe this person or this job or this company or whatever the case may be, this friend, you don't owe them anything. You owe yourself. For some of you all, you're in a loveless relationship and then there's true love out on the other side. Now, I don't ever recommend getting into another relationship until you get out of the current one. You know, I'm not one for all that. Okay. And honestly, the universe is not bringing you somebody else's man or woman. Okay. So if that's the case, if that's the situation, right? Again, back to the late great Whitney Houston, you know, and you got this other person saving all their love for you, but you ain't trying to move off into that true love. Hello. Now, how loyal are you being to the person that maybe truly loves you? And I'm going to propose that the reason why you can't move on is because you don't truly love yourself. But we're going to let that go. Let's move it on to because, you know, sometimes my Leos get mad at me. Because they be like, girl, you on our ass. But yes, I am. Somebody has to be. King of Swords. Ooh, child. It's time for you to cut out the BS. Cut the crap. Cut the crap and live your truth. Cut the fat. Cut the crap. Cut out what's making you sad and unfulfilled. And for some of you, that's your own doubts, fears, or whatever. That's your own negative thinking that's making you feel that way, baby. Ace of Wands, it's time for you to go in and follow your passions and follow your heart and follow your true fire. Follow your true fire, because when you do that, then the wheel will turn in your favor. This is telling me that it's time for you to break free and break bad. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. What do you continue to defend? What are you continuing to defend? And I'm gonna propose to you that you defend yourself before you keep on defending every damn body else. Four of Pentacles, guard your heart. Ten of Cups, this is a family situation. This tells me that these are people that are an intrinsic part of your life, that at one point you thought this was going to bring you happiness and fulfillment, but baby, it ain't. And this has been a time of consternation for you with that Five of Swords, but it's time for you to get this new freedom, this newfound freedom, and break free. I can't, but until you go in and heal your heart, baby, there ain't nothing else can happen, okay? Ain't nothing else can happen. You're welcome, baby. Yeah, my dad was a Leo as well. My dad was a Leo as well. These readings are what? Not like Aries and Taurus. Well, I mean, the energy comes as the energy comes. The energy comes as the energy comes. It's all good in the neighborhood. Actually, they are a lot like that. I'll tell you why. Because love of others starts with love of self. Love of others starts with love of self. And see, we're into the three signs that tend to be martyrs the most. Cancer, Leos, and Virgos tend to be martyrs the most. Whoop, y'all tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Cancers, Virgos, and Leos tend to be the biggest martyrs. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and Mercury. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and Mercury. We do. I can own it. I'm okay with it. Treasure. Oh, treasure. I'm excited. Let's see what we've got for Virgo. Oh, I got to call my mom and talk about Virgos. Really got to call my mother. Really got to call my mother. Oh, your dad was Leo too? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Can I get one card, please? For Virgo sun. Thank you. Oh, dark thoughts. Virgo, it's always the darkest before the dawn. Always, right? Always the darkest before the dawn. And you know what I've always found interesting about a new moon? When we're setting our intentions. We're setting our intentions for what we intend to manifest in complete darkness. Like at night, there's no light outside, right? It's dark, pitch black. If there's no street lamps around, you're able to get outside the city. Pitch black. And sometimes, we're taught to be scared of the dark. And we're taught to fight these dark thoughts. But in understanding our dark thoughts and embracing them and that shadow energy, once we release that energy, we find treasure. So I mean that to say this, like dark, dense energy, shadow energy is literally light that is condensed and is waiting to be released. Light that is condensed and waiting to be released. Hi, Esmeralda. So some of you are fighting dark thoughts so hard, it can't be released because you're fighting it. Instead of, why are you here? What's really beneath? What's the buried treasure underneath those dark thoughts? What's the buried treasure? What's the lesson? What's the empowerment? What is deep within there that if I'm able to dig down and face it head on and then transmute that energy and reintegrate it, it brings me up, right? It brings you up and it releases that light. And so that the dark thoughts have no more power over you. You find the treasure that's been covered up by them, right? You find the treasure that's been covered up by them. Hey, Big Rainy, how are you, honey? Welcome. 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, this Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. This Mercury retrograde season is going to be a time where you find your independence and you finally find fulfillment within yourself. The Chariot, there could be a Cancerian involved, someone with Tron Cancerian placements in their chart. This can also be kind of that Cancerian faded energy, right? Oh, and then 9 of Cups. Interestingly enough, guys, for those of you who are just joining or haven't sat in a reading with me, the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups are my 2 favorite cards in the entire deck. Now, the Chariot represents Cancers, but 9 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles are my 2 favorite cards in the whole tarot deck. Why? Because the 9 of Cups represents a completion of self-love. It represents the point where you're like, wow, look where I've come from. Look who I am. I'm so pleased. I'm so happy. I'm so settled in who I am, right? That I can just my energy is just going in the right way. And the 9 of Pentacles gives you a sense not only of just independence, but it gives you that sense of completion in manifestation as well. It's like everything is working together and you're like, yeah, this is it. I got it. If Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury, if you can move yourself in this right way, like take charge of this, take charge of this healing process of these dark thoughts, take charge of the healing process of what it means to release this trapped energy. Because on the other side, the flip side of that dark thought, right, is light, is freedom, is love. It's something beautiful. It's treasure. Your biggest treasure is caught somewhere in the darkness. just waiting to be set free. Just waiting to be set free. So I do see a sense of, I think, for you Virgos that have been working very diligently on projects, that there is a sense of completion to these projects, or they're in a position where you're like, yes, you finally got it, right? And that you're being moved into into juxtaposition and into communion with those that will be able to help you the greatest and those that will support you the best. And that can help put you in the position where you are very pleased with how things are moving and that things have gone in the right direction, and that you're just like super proud. Like by the end of this in June, I want all throughout this time, I want you to be proud of where you come, right? How far you've come, what you've learned. Find the treasure in every what is perceived as an obstacle. Don't get too down on yourself. And then take this time to be introspective, but don't get analysis paralysis. That's why this chariot is here. Keep moving. Keep on moving. Okay. Keep on moving. Don't stop. Okay. You got to keep pushing, keep forging ahead, keep healing, as uncomfortable as it is. Y'all air and y'all earth signs can't stand to feel a feeling. But you need to feel the feeling. Okay? Because that's where your power is in your emotions, the energy that you set in motion. Feel the feeling. Okay? That's what we need to do. But you're going to come out of this on the other side of it just so full of self-love and so full of accomplishment and so ready to enter into the new chapter, right? 10 of Cups is like this kind of family completion of this like love cycle. 10 of Pentacles is abundance in every area of our lives. So you're moving into that cycle where you're going to reap all the benefits of everything that you've sown, right? And then we start a new cycle of something new and you move on to the next level. All right. That's what I have for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. All righty. Guess what time it is, guys? Guess what time it is, guys? Guys, it is time to do our next drawing. Now, I want you guys to choose a number from 1 to 100. Yeah, they'd rather analyze the feeling. 1 to 100 for your free reading. 1 to 100. It is time to put it in the chat. It is time to put it in the chat. 1 to 100. Now, I have a random number generator, and whoever is the closest without going over, the closest without going over. And while we are doing that, while you're putting that in the chat, I want to also talk to all of you while you are here about the next Lightworker Liftoff that we are having. I do have these once a month. And the reason is not because I have nothing better to do, but the reason is because so that you can all partake in it. Lightworker Liftoff is a 2-day workshop that I have designed that is meant to help you launch your spirit-based business. Okay. There's a number of people in this chat right now that have attended them in the past. And some of them continue to work with the team, a little bit closer. Others, not everybody, however, everyone, however, got something out of it. And it is well worth the time. I did this a little bit differently. It is basically free. The next one starts on the 18th of May. It is the 18th of May. I have 2 time slots, one that is in the morning, or should I say noon Eastern, and then one that is at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So even if you're working, you can still attend, or you can attend the morning one. They're each about 2 hours, right? So you could either attend the mornings or attend the evenings, right? It is completely free. You'll get 2 days of in-depth training. You'll get the business blueprint. So we're going to help you figure out like who's your ideal client and what should you be offering and how should you offer it, right? We're also going to do some mindset work. day one, mindset and energy healing. So just what you see right here, we're gonna be like together in that space, and I'm gonna be able to assist you right with that. And then there's some breakout sessions with my coaches for $47. The VIP pass this go around does get you a third day of VIP training where we're gonna do social media training with color theory, how to write compelling posts. You're gonna have some breakout sessions with my team. I'm going to actually teach you how to leverage your relationships and your collaborations, give you ins and outs on all the platforms, the major ones, what's good, what's not, blah, 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 blah. And what's the pros and cons, how to use them, what can monetize, how you monetize, all that kind of stuff, and lifetime access to all the recordings. And then you'll get some social media content resources. So I want you to go to lightworkerliftoff.com. And all this information is here, right? Day one, day two, and then also the VIP portion, lightworkerliftoff.com, May 18th through the 19th, and the VIP day would then be May the 20th. So don't meet me there, beat me there, as they say. All right. All right, do we all have our numbers in now? Do we all have our numbers? Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for listening to my discussion. My housekeeping. Do we all have our numbers in? Last call for numbers. Last call for numbers. If I had a 30-second countdown, I would put it in. Okay, this is for a free reading. Again, 1 to 100. Jace won the first one. Whoever is the closest without going over, I am hitting it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And boop. 79. 79. Let's see where we got. Okay, I've got a 71. Closest without going over. 76. So far, Melissa's in the running. Melissa's at 76. Not as many people participated, guys. Aw. Melissa, you won. 76. Melissa is the winner, chicken dinner. Here we go. All right. I'm so excited. I really wish I could play music on this damn platform. You have to start doing this over on Rumble so I could play music, because I'd be having a whole thing in my head, a whole soundtrack. I need to be able to have my Spotify like, bam. Okay, Melissa, hit the link. Hit the link. Hit the link. Hit the link and then link. Hit the link and then link. Click that link and come on up, and we are going to do a quick read for Melissa. I want to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We made it through Virgo. And then we're going to do 3 more. We're going to do 3 more signs, and then we're going to pick another person. Hey, darling.
Hey, Lisa.
How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Melissa's one of my day ones. Melissa has been with me. How long have I been on now? 4 years, 5 years on YouTube's, and so Melissa's my day one.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, it has. I think it's 4 years.
I still forget 2020 happened.
Yeah, that's like that's like gone. It doesn't exist. All right. So Melissa, move that out of the way. This is so fun because you know what? I love doing this. We're all here supporting one another. So I love doing this kind of stuff. All right, Melissa, what is your question?
Well, I don't have so much of a question, I guess. I kind of want to see if we could do something a little different, like if you could channel anything that maybe I need to be aware of.
Oh.
Is that possible?
Mm-hmm. So, guys, for those that are wondering what she's asking for, so I do channel. I also am a medium and other things. So, a shaman. There's a whole lot of stuff, right? Energy is just energy to me. So, to me, there's no limit to you being a light worker or a person of power and energy or doing this work in any way, shape, or fashion. So Melissa's just asking if there's anything that is coming through for her that she needs to be aware of. So we're just going to channel just for a moment. So just give us just a moment. Um, so there's this woman that has stepped forward, and she's kind of in this rather, I don't want to say Quaker, but kind of frontier, like very not Handmaid's Tale, but that kind of dress, that era, right? That kind of pilgrim era. And she's very much stepping forward, and there there is, some would say, an unfortunate history in your lineage, of the women, that it seems that relationships don't always work out quite the way that they intended for them to do, or they're not always as stable as they have always wanted them to be. Um, and that is definitely not your fault. But she's saying it's something that kind of runs through. But that you definitely have the power to be key in breaking that cycle in your bloodline. That it's not too late for you to do so. That you're not wrong for wanting something rather traditional, because that's, there's nothing wrong with that. But also that the tradition is going to be updated right through you. That you keep reverting back to these like kind of current situations. It will be an unusual situation as far as relationship and as far as marriage. So, you and I have, for those in the audience, we have a history with this relationship thing with her. So some of this is stuff that I know, but a lot of this I haven't heard in a long time. I'm quite positive. She's quite positive in in the outlook for you in the very, very near future. And that there seems to be some changing, like some growth in some people that you already know. But again, there's a new option, but that you should begin to trust yourself a lot a bit more. And you've come so far, but there's even further to go. That the more independent, in other words, the more sure of yourself that you become, the easier it is for you to then be attractive to your person, because you're sending out the right energy. Are there two people that you're considering at this moment?
I guess kind of. More one than the other.
Interesting energetic reads for them both. You like very dominant men.
Yeah.
Find your own dominance. Not that you're willing and wanting to dominate the man, but that you are sure of your own self and your own womanhood,
Mm.
femininity. Don't lose yourself. That's been the problem. The women have always lost themselves in some form or fashion, or they fought so hard not to lose themselves that they ended up losing themselves because then they just kind of like covered over who they were and it still didn't work. Don't lose yourself
Okay.
in someone. Because when they fall in love with you, they fall in love with you for who you are. Or at least they should. And anyone that falls in love with you and seeks to just change you and make you conform to what they want you to be, that's not the one that truly loves you.
No.
You and these dominating men. It would be very interesting to see if you end up choosing one that is not so outwardly dominating, but is just inwardly strong. But that doesn't always excite you.
No. I just like them to take care of business. I don't want to make the major decisions and have to take care of everything.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you don't lose yourself in the process.
No.
One of these two can be perfectly fine. There is, however, the potential for a different one that walks very softly, but is so internally strong and will definitely make decisions and will definitely be that individual that you want them to be, right? And that you desire, because there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be done with school in August.
Yeah.
Also hearing, do not be worried about the position, the job. There's going to be a lot of changes though, but it's not going to be worse for you. And in fact, it looks like there's going to be some other interesting opportunities that are going to become available. And it most likely it looks like it'll be virtual. So you might not be with the current in the current employment situation that you're in the future. It could be very much virtual.
Okay.
So, but don't worry. Don't be concerned about don't worry about it.
Okay.
And then when you get with this man, you may end up selling your house or at least renting it. She's recommending that you hold on to ownership of the home and potentially rent it, Airbnb it, do whatever if you choose to move in with him. So don't get rid of your property.
Oh no, absolutely not. That's a hard no.
Okay, good. Good. She's happy about that because she's very concerned that whoever this is, one of these two gentlemen could potentially talk you out of it. So she's like, make sure she holds on to her property. Follow your peace. Follow the peace. And it's also time for you to tap into more of your lineage in regard to some very magical medicinal things that you all have done in your history. Have you traced your roots back to your English roots yet?
I've been working on it. I took a break, but now I've been really thinking about going back into it, especially because I wanted to learn more about my father's side since we don't even talk to his side at all. We don't know anybody.
Yeah. There's the women on that side also very magical, very mystical. You're gonna have fun with that. So tap into that a little bit.
Yeah.
You might not, that might not be overt, but as you're tapping into that information, they'll come to you.
Okay. And they're from England?
I keep hearing English. So, I mean, it could be anything in that general, right? Like, what did they call the English? They called them something else. Well, I mean, I know they're Britons and then, so like
Puritans?
that, huh?
Puritans?
Maybe that's why I'm seeing kind of Quakery. I'm getting Quaker teas because they were kind of very similar in that kind of general. Potentially. I mean, I'm seeing further, much, much further back. So we're talking medieval times. Yeah, we're talking medieval. We're talking like even beyond, like back like 12, 13, 1400s.
Wow.
When it was a little bit more warring. So the Europeans kind of crossed over a lot. But, you know, there was for a while there, the British Isles were very rough and were very uncivilized, basically. So that far back, there's like medicine women and things like that that knew about the herbs and knew about the, you know, they knew about astrology and energy and that kind of stuff. So you're gonna have some fun finding that out. It might not be as easy, but as you're uncovering these individuals or who they are, as you're going backwards in time, they'll begin to start visiting you. So they'll reveal themselves to you.
Awesome.
Yeah. How's your car?
I mean, it seems okay right now, but I know eventually it's gonna need to be replaced.
Yeah. So be sure you get it checked out soon. Like,
Okay.
yeah. Be sure you get it, especially now during Mercury retrograde. Like, if you want to take it in for like a tune-up or something like that, just like a quick once-over or whatever, just take it in for that.
Okay.
Okay. That's all that she has for now, unless there's something you want to ask.
I mean, I'm not really sure. Honestly, I just keep thinking about the one guy and what to expect, but I think I pretty much know because I'm always seeing signs and hearing things.
Then follow your discernment.
Yeah.
Follow your discernment. It will not steer you wrong as long as you're keeping right. It's your higher discernment and not your body itself. Do you know? You're not your 3D, your higher self.
Right.
Yeah. If you see the signs, follow the signs, honey.
Okay.
Follow the signs. All right.
Awesome.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, honey, I'm going to drop you down so we can continue on.
Great.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was fun. Lola's is dominating the bedroom. Child, that's an after dark conversation. Oh, I can't. Oh my gosh. What's this? Just Me says, I always, hashtag Just Me. I always tell my boys that if you think you found the one, but another one crosses your path, go with number 2. Wow. Because the universe never conspires against us and everything happens for a reason. That's interesting advice. I like that. Chanel, we are doing random choices today, random picks. I'm doing it a little different. All right, you're so welcome. All right, let's keep her moving. Definitely did a little different than what I usually do. We're gonna move it on to Libra. We're gonna do Libra, Scorpio, and Sag. Yeah, that's right. Guys, I lost a nail. I'm shocked that I'm even on here. You know how I am. Okay, here we go. Oh God, I've been on here for 2 hours with y'all. And y'all still with me. Here we go. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Mercury, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. All right. We're going to pull a card for the Awakened Soul first. So we're going to get these 3 done. And then we will choose, I'll have you choose another number between 1 and 100. And whoever comes the closest without going over. Nope, that's not it. I knew it wasn't it. All right, Jace hung in there for the Libras. Here we go. Oh, I like this one. Dream. Dream. Now, who's saying dream on? Hairband. 80s hairband, dream on. Somebody give it to me. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ooh. Friends and colleagues. That's interesting. Aerosmith, thank you. Libra, you guys are the collaborators, right? Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Mercury's. You guys are the collaborators. You're the bringers together. You're the like networkers. I mean, Sages are as well. Don't get me wrong, but there's a different way that Librans go about it, right? You have great insight into like the behind the scenes and whatnots and so on and so forths, right? um and you are so capable of dreaming for others. Sometimes you miss your dream yourself. Sometimes you're so busy balancing everybody else's scales that you don't quite balance your own. Now, so during this Mercury retrograde time, I'm going to ask, or we're asking, that you go into your dream state, to go into this subconscious, right? That space that sometimes you're just like, I don't know if that really is real. That's just too much. I'm not sure if that's going to really work. I have a very, very good friend who's Libra. Love her to pieces. Love. I have a lot of Libra friends, actually. Love them all. However, sometimes they can get to be a little Debbie Downery. No offense, Debbie. They can get to be a little down, right? Like raining on the parade. And they don't mean to, but I'll be like, la, 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 and this could work, and they could do it like this, and we could do it like that, and da, 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 da. And then here come my Libra friends. Okay, but did you think about blah, 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 blah? No, because I didn't want to think about that right now. I'm just living in my dream state. Or you all are great amassers of information, right? Air signs, all air signs anyway. You could take in these huge quantities of info. Mm-hmm. And then what happens though? You take in all of this information and you'll process it and you'll weigh all of it out in a very logical manner. And you'll come up with the answer that the data would say is true, that the data would point to. However, beloved, that doesn't allow for you to dream. You come up with a logical answer, the one that's completely balanced. but you suck out all of the energy of it, the higher energy, so that it may come off kind of downerish too. Oh my God. Be sure you got this together, because such and such so and so said we're going to have this, or, the world's falling apart, or whatever the case may be. And so you're great at planning for that kind of thing. I think, I think my Libra friends make the best, like, doomsday or, panorama planners. Never out of anything, I'll tell you that. But there can just be this lack of dreaming. And I feel like your friends and your colleagues and those that are in your space and in your place, like they're in your orbit, are here to now help you honestly tap into your dream and help you fulfill it, right? Help empower you to be courageous enough to dream. Be courageous enough to live a little on the edge and seek to have a new balance. Like, the scales, the current measurement system that you are employing right now, doesn't always have to be the only one that you use to weigh out options. Well, you're a little restless because the winds of change are blowing. And sometimes, Libra, it takes you a minute to catch up to whatever the new standard of measurement is, right? So, like, by that I mean this, like, we started out using whatever weights and counterweights in ancient Kemet, and then, in the Incan and Mayan and other ancient tribes and civilizations, and then, we end up doing, like, using the pound from Great Britain as the standard, the English standard, and then there's a metric standard, right? So the standard of measurement changes, and you have to adapt to that new standard of measurement. So you're continuing to try to use your old standard of measurement, and all your friends and colleagues are like, yeah, but we're over here using the metric system now, dude. Like, you're using the pound, that's great, but the metric system is so much more accurate and so much easier. Or even if it's not accurate, it's easier, right? It's some accuracy. And then you're like, well, wait, but that's upsetting my apple cart. My scales aren't calibrated to that new way. Like, you can't dream it, right? Because your conscious mind is weighing all the time. And because your conscious mind is always weighing, it doesn't, like, ever, like, allow itself to dream and think of something new. So we're going to ask you to dream. We're going to ask you to, like, work with your friends and your colleagues that are just like, yes, like, I totally see this future for you. Can you see it for yourself, please? I totally see this future for you. Can you see it for yourself? Like, they're here to help you dream. Get out of your own way and head. Exactly. Woo. Yep. 9 of Swords. You're all in your head. You got all this anxiety going on. But there's brighter days ahead for you with the sun. Like, if you could just get out of your own way, like, the sun is over on the horizon. It's about to come up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and there's celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. And look, 3 of Cups, friends and colleagues. Your good girlies, your good Judies, your good guy friends, whoever, friends and colleagues want to celebrate your dreams with you. They want to celebrate this new horizon with you. But you're like stuck in this, like, I don't know if it's going to work. I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know if it's gonna... Because you've been living in this anxious place. Like to you, the Nine of Swords is like a 5 of Cups to a water sign. Like that overwhelming so much freaking water. Like we get all like, meh, right? You are just like the 9 of Swords is your 5 of Cups. It's overwhelming. All the thoughts, all the ideas, all the logic is overwhelming. So you're worrying yourself to death over nothing. Thinking it's too good to be true, yes. And not allowing yourself to dream. Because in actuality, in the dream, it is too good to be logically true. But it's not too good for you. You deserve the sun. You deserve this happiness. You deserve the celebration. You deserve the joy. You deserve the camaraderie. You deserve the collaboration that actually helps fulfill you and not one that tears you down as to your detriment. You deserve that. And during this Mercury retrograde, I feel very strongly that if there are people in your world that just aren't it, they ain't it, they're going to get moved out of the way. And you're going to know. If they're like squashing your dreams, you're going to be like, nope, I'm done. Nope. It's not happening. Nope. Right? You deserve to be happy. And so, but if you continue to think that your dreams are too good to be true, that there's no possible way it could happen, none whatsoever, and you keep holding on to that little bit in your craw, just like a little bit, it's never going to happen. It's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. This 9 of Swords will keep repeating. Self-fulfilling prophecy. 9. That 9 is like self, completion within self. 10 is the end of a cycle. 9 is completion within self. So you keep having these self-fulfilling prophecies because you keep thinking the same thing. What this is after the 8 of Swords. So you trapped yourself in your own mind, and now because you're a prisoner of your own thoughts, it just is on repeat. It's a loop. Get out of the loop. Jump out of self and dream. Jump out of self and go to subconscious. Jump out of current, like 3D self, and see that there's brighter days ahead, and see there actually are people that are here that want to and are willing to and are ready to assist and support you in your dream and not tear you down. Okay? All right. All right, Libra. I'm going to get off y'all ass. Absolutely learn from the past. Don't relive it. That coming out of a Cancer's mouth, child, you know how we love to do that. All right, Libra, Scorpio. All right, we're getting on there. Scorpio, this is fun tonight, though. I have enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. We're going to do Scorpio, then we're going to do Sag, and then we're going to pull someone else for the reading. Pull someone, another person for a random number for their free reading, aka like the Golden Arches. Okay. Oh, here we go. Connection. You guys see how hard this? The reason why I have to like move it. First of all, I wear multifocal contacts. So it's like I gotta like move it. Like I gotta blink and then refocus. Connection. Hey, Dana. Hey, Dana. Dear Dana, how are you, lovey? So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Can I get one quantum oracle for Scorpio? Okay, not yet, guys. When I tell you to. Not yet. We still got to read Sag, and then I'll just choose the number from the random number generator. Your birthday is 420. Why does that not surprise me, Big Rainy? Why does that not surprise me? Yeah, it was way at the beginning. So I went in order. So Aries is at the beginning. We chit-chatted for a little while. So probably about 10 minutes in, okay? You can rewind if you want. Oh, we're not doing dark thoughts. I'm not doing another dark thoughts. That's not what we're doing. Hi, Robin. Robin Lynette Stevens. Hello, love. Thanks, guys, for coming. Hopefully I earn your subscription today. I do go in order. So we did Aries first, Aries, Taurus, and then Gemini. Took a break, did a reading for Jace. And then Cancer, Leo, and Virgo took a break and did a reading, actually a channeling, right, from Melissa. And now we are on Scorpio. I've already read Libra. We're on Scorpio. We're going to do Sag. And then we will do another random draw for another free reading, since that's what McDonald's is doing. You can stick around, Big Granny, if you want to have a chance for a reading. Oh, thank you. Oh, Temperance. Oh, okay. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, where we're at. Scorpio, the loving man. Oh. Connection to a loving man. What looks like we back on the love train. Scorpio, what y'all doing? Scorpio. Well, Latoya, there you go. Sun, moon, and rising, and Mercury, because this is Mercury retrograde. And if you guys know your other planetary placements, your big three, and if you know your Mercury, then definitely get a full picture from all of them. Scorpio, I don't know that. Okay, for those of you that are in relationship now, or you're in relationship or situationship, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. If it's healthy, it's going to deepen. If it's not healthy, it looks like it's going to get that way. Like this person's going to actually seek to change. So they'll start working on it because they love you. Now, we all know, Scorpios, that they should be changing because of them. But don't pull your stinger out just yet, just because I just said that. Okay, don't pull your stinger out. Cut them some slack. Now, sometimes people start off doing something for themselves, for the other person, and they end up doing it for themselves. Okay, so cut them some slack. Let's not get all upset. Let's not get our what's in a bunch. It'll turn out good in the end. Connection to self is connection of self to higher power, connection of self to God, connection of self to source, whatnot, is very important right now. Because that's the way that you're going to be able to accept this loving man or this divine masculine energy into your world. We think so often, like we are swinging in that pendulum, right? The pendulum is swinging to femininity, to divine feminine nature, to the rise of the divine feminine, to the rise of the woman, girl power, girl magic, black girl magic, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that. And so it's swinging so far that and we're seeing a lot of toxicity also that comes along with it. There's a dark underbelly to both energies, right? There's octaves to this thing. So but we're swinging so far that I feel that we're losing touch with divine masculine energy, and sometimes losing an appreciation for the divine masculine and what the divine masculine does in fact bring to the table. Because yes, creation cannot happen without us, but guess what? Technically, creation can't happen without them either. Now, one could say there's ways, but there needs to be divine masculine energy. Okay. I can't all night, can't sleep, gotta call you. I love that. Scorpio, don't run this energy off for either fear or for not trusting them, which telling a Scorpio that is, some people would say, a futile exercise and I'm wasting my breath, but I don't think so. I think if you tap into your own connection, like you tap in, like really are connected self to spirit, grounded, and also, like that, and aligned, chakras aligned, energy balanced. This energy of this loving man, so this masculine, this very masculine, beautiful, wonderful energy that is stable and is secure and is protective and is abundant and is provision and is, but also allows you to be who you are and to be expansive in that area, but is a safe place to land, a safe place to be, like I said earlier, a port in a storm, right? But not just any old port in a storm. So if you can allow that to begin to flow, I see an amazing creation that comes from this. Scorpios, you guys are all about like the contracts and like real estate and leveraging other people's resources and that sort of thing, and getting to the root and the cause of a thing. But you can lose connection with the collective because you're going so far deep within yourself and relying on, right, that discernment that is typically spot on, but I feel like you're losing connection to source. You're losing connection to the collective as well. I mean, source is the collective is the source. So be careful that you're not so overly critical and so overly investigative and so distrustful that you miss out on what could be like an amazing partner that has resources to leverage, and not in a usury type way, but has resources to leverage that will then grow into like the empire. Does that make sense? Oh, guys. There's no, I told you I gotta go up to the UP, Upper Peninsula, Michigan, Thursday. I gotta get my nails redone too. All right. Let's pull some cards for you and see what else is up. Yep, 7 of Cups. This Mercury retrograde is filled with choices. I mean, and wow. 3 of Wands. Let me pull one more card. And the Fool. Okay. Everybody plays the fool sometimes. There's no exceptions to the rule. The world is on the bottom. So the overall energy is that there's a cycle that you are in currently that is ending during this Mercury retrograde season. There is a cycle that is completed during this Mercury retrograde season. That's the overall energy. How we get there is there is a cornucopia of choices that there's a plethora of options that is being laid out in front of you. You have to decide that you are actually going to believe and be connected to higher self, right? Be connected to the collective, that you are going to be able to see that your ship is coming in, that your ships come in. This is something brand new. So if you are single and ready to mingle, this is somebody you have not considered that's going to be this loving man and this embodiment of divine masculine energy. If you are committed, then you are going to, then it is a person, the current person is going, that's the change I was talking about earlier, right? They're changing, they're becoming brand new, but this is a new, this is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one that's all wrapped up in the fact that you're connected and you're willing to let some things go and you're willing to open up yourself to new possibilities without making somebody jump through 25 million and 27 hoops. Where is this man and when is he coming? He's even showing up when I do my own tarot readings, no prospects. Yet you have to be open up. That's a very good point, Jess. You have to be open to love coming in order for love to enter. If you are not open to love, love will not enter. If you're not open to a manifestation, or if you're not open to the life that you came here to live, because you can't dream it, because you can't see it, because you can't believe it, because you don't think you deserve it, because everyone's told you don't, or you can't, or whatever the situation may be, then you will never achieve it. You'll never have it. You'll never possess it because you haven't made room for it. So you got to make room for it. And that means softening of your heart. And this is literally making the choice to allow your ship to come in so you can have something new. Right? The World. Oop, Knight of Cups. There's his offer. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. Some of y'all might know him from work. Three of Pentacles. That's another offer. That's just like, listen, like, you get to do and live the life that you want. It's fine. Like, we're good. Don't worry about it. Five of Pentacles, he's coming out of feeling left out in the cold. He's been going through a lot of changes. This is a major shift in your life that's occurring. Seven of Pentacles, it's going to start out very slow. However, and again, I feel like you're going to either meet him at work or y'all be like at a conference. It's got something to do with some of the work that you do, something that you love to do, but it could be love to do, but there's something to do with work, your money. And then Two of Pentacles. You guys are going to make a great partnership. You guys are going to make a great partnership, and he's going to be very protective of you and you of him. You may, for whatever reason, and I think I know why, this particular Mercury retrograde is really, it seems big on like meeting people. Like there's a really good chance for meeting, like could be like your person. You just have to use discernment because typically we don't recommend it during this time period because it can be like not real. But for whatever reason, I think it's because we also are going to have Jupiter and Venus in Aries at the same time, and they're going to be direct. So that love energy, it's like that love energy and that partnership energy is like literally on 20. It's like fighting to be seen, fighting to be felt, fighting to be known, fighting for us, right? Like it's on point. So there's a lot of passion going on. It doesn't matter if it is Mercury retrograde or not. There's like a ton of passion. There's a craptastic ton of passion going on in Aries, and especially starting tomorrow because Jupiter is joining the party. So it's like, yep, let's get it. Let's go. So just have discernment because they're really going to look great. But I really do feel like you're going to either meet this person through something through your job or what you do for a living, some kind of like work conference or working conference, could be on just like some random Zoom meeting, that you're having. But you're going to meet them that way. And so I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't happen before the end of this, and I would be surprised if it didn't, before the end of this Mercury retrograde. Not saying that y'all gotta be like running off getting married or nothing like that, but just be open to it. Just please be open to it. Yeah, that's what you were saying. That Nadia Shah said many signs would meet a person during this time because some alignment that happens during it. Yeah, it is. It's because we're gonna have Jupiter and Venus in Aries, right, during this entire time of Mercury retrograde. Just about the entire time. Close enough for government work because Venus is going to be there for a hot second. At least another week or two. So, and then plus Venus is coming conjunct with Chiron in Aries. So the areas that we've been the most harmed in, hurt in, that we don't feel lovable or loved in, or ability to love because of, that's going to give us a tremendous healing, right? And Jupiter's a gift giver. And so Jupiter and Venus reunited again in the same sign. Let's give them some love. Where is the love? Yeah, it's a great thing. Open that heart chakra, absolutely. And yes, it's an amazing thing, I think. I like Venus. Normally Venus does not like to be in Aries, and I'm not saying that Venus particularly cares for it at this moment in time right now either. But as an energy, but Venus and Jupiter together in Aries really gives us this like self-empowerment. It really gives us like it's like spiritual pheromones. That's the best way I can say. It's like spiritual pheromones. And so like it's the signals getting sent out. Like it's time to get with your sacred creator. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's in Aries. My oldest daughter's in Aries. I'm an Aries moon, so I can get cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You're a Venus Cap. I am a Venus Leo, but in my 7th house, so in my sun sign. So I have a stellium in my house and a stellium in my sign. But Venus just scooted over just into Leo. You hate eating alone. I've gotten used to it. But I don't prefer it. Single for a while. There you go. At my workshop. I didn't know it was a matchmaking situation. Oh my God, Jace, you're going to put like pressure on me. Okay, here we go. Sagittarius. We're going to do Sagittarius next. Oh man. Oh, we got to get some menfolk then. You had an NDE legit at age 12. Dana, what is an NDE? I don't know what an NDE is, baby. Do zodiac signs impact our pets? I believe so. I absolutely believe, Lola, they do. Okay, here we go. Near-death experience. Oh, you think you juggled? You think that juggle? I'd be interested in reading your chart, Dana. I don't know that it juggles your. Well, hmm. I never thought about it like that, Dana. I'd be super interested in reading your chart. And looking at the two juxtaposed to one another, like the moment you were declared dead, well, I guess you were never really declared dead. But if there's any way to know, like the time that you kind of died, I mean, we could like do a minute prior to you coming back, I suppose. But if there's any way to pinpoint the time, that would be very, very interesting to see if what that chart looks like juxtaposed to your natal chart. Okay. Hey, Joy. Never thought about that. Okay, here we go. What are we on? Sag? Song. Oh. Yes. I'll write a song for you. You write a song for me. We'll write a song of love, of a love. Mm-hmm. Mine is a cold mystique, finding it all complete. On my off key, in your lovely face. Feelings we try to chase, memories that won't erase, stay forever new. Wow. We have a magic box, one which is never locked. 'Cause I write a song for you, you write a song for me. We'll write a song of love. Shout out to the elements. Wow. Who needs to write their song of love? Who needs to write their song of love? Sag, sun, moon, and rising. Ooh, and we got a little back and forth. Sag, who you been going back and forth with? Back, forth, and forth. Okay. Who you been going back and forth with? Have you been going back and forth with what your song should be? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury, have you been going back and forth with how the song should be written? What the song should sound like? What is your true melody? What is the true essence of your energy? What is your true... What is the true message that you're delivering? What's the song in your heart that's going to live for eternity? Cause I write a song for you, you write a song for me, we write a song, right? Of love, of a love. So I feel like that's what the universe is saying to you. The universe, the collective source is saying, I write a song for you, right? You write a song for me. Can you do that? Can you just let your heart sing? Can you just let the song be written? Can you just let the tune be made and the melody arise? And don't worry about whether or not it makes any sense. Don't worry about whether the lyrics make any sense. Don't worry about whether or not this like, oh, I don't see how this is going to happen. It doesn't matter. Because the problem is, Sagittarius, when you go back and forth between, I want to do this and I want to do that, or I want to do this and I want to do that, right? And you don't like set it down because everything looks so fun and everything looks so amazing. And you know that you could just do about anything, but then you doubt yourself. That back and forth is the doubt. That back and forth is just like you're back and forth. You're just like, you're telling the universe, I ain't really sure, man. Chocolate Earth Foundation. I am a Cancerian sun, Capricorn rising, and Aries moon, and a Cancer Mercury. So I don't mean to beat you up. But the back and forth sends the signal out to the universe to say, I don't really think this can happen. And so then it doesn't happen. Because you don't really, right? And so that's why I'm like, can you like commit to one song? Even if it turns out that you need to change the melody, even if it turns out that you need to rewrite a couple verses, even if it turns out, right, that you don't really like the key and you need to change the key, the energy you've put into the song still exists. The energy you've put into the song is the energy that you have been meant to put out into the universe. So even if there's a couple twists and turns, at least you've made the commitment to go down that path and put your energy out there and write your song. Right? And the universe, God, source, goddess, mother, father, God, spirit, will co-create the song with you. Like there'll be like this answer in this call. There'll be like, you write your verse. There's this collaboration, right? You write your verse and the universe writes its verse. And we go back and forth that way, not back and forth and waffling as to whether or not, you know, you want the song. There's no back and forth on whether or not you want the song to be like old school R&B, new school R&B, whether or not you want it to be drill or trap, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you want this to be like deep like Kendrick, you know, or revolutionary like Pac? Like, you know, commit. Because we can alter everything. Like, we can alter some of the things if it just doesn't, like, you wrote something, it just doesn't flow. But you gotta put the song down. You gotta put the energy out there. You gotta sing to your heart's content. You have to find your melody, right? You gotta find your melody so that the rest of us as a collective can come into harmony with that melody, and together we all make beautiful music. Earth, Wind, and Fire is the band for the night. Oh, I was doing something. Two of Cups. Tap and drill. Ace of Wands. Ooh. Are some of y'all going back and forth with a person? With a love interest, are some of y'all going back and forth with the love interest? Oh, Jesus, help us all. Mary and Joseph. 9 of Wands. Don't get defensive. What's overall energy? 3 of Wands. Overall, this by the end of this whole season, this Mercury retrograde season, your ship's coming in. Like, I want you to know that the ship's coming. This is a good thing. This is great stuff that's coming down the pipe. Okay? Great stuff that's coming down the pipe. It's on the horizon. It's coming to you. We got to make a commitment, though. We got to commit. Okay? I feel like there is a commitment that's here. I'm just not sure that this is the right commitment, or I'm not sure that you understand that it's the right commitment. There's different types of soulmates here. There's business soulmates. There's romantic soulmates. There's just stability, friendship, teaching, mentorship, that kind of soulmate, all in that kind of like general genre. So your soulmate is singing to you. There's a song of the siren. There's a muse that's happening. And the song is being sung. You've actually sung your part. And the other party is beginning to answer. But because you keep changing the key and going back and forth, because you keep changing it, you're like, one day you're like, okay, I'm in that Summer Walker, joint. And then the next day it's like, man, who comes to mind? Well, the next day you kind of gonna, okay, I'm gonna go to that old school vibe. Like, I'm gonna get me a little Aretha. We're gonna I want it more soulful and more moving and stuff like that. But then you're like, okay, yeah, but old Aretha, like she was like kind of finding her way, and I don't know if I like too much of that. So now I'm let me come up to Queen Lauren. Like, maybe that's kind of the vibe I want. And then you scrap the whole darn thing, and we over here somewhere like doing our Erica Banks. Like, what are you doing? Like, where are we at? Like, I can appreciate you wanting to being so diverse, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Like, I appreciate the diversity, and we can encompass all of that in your song or in your album, in your complete project. But right now, we just need a start. Okay, we just need one. And for you to kind of commit to a vibe. I need you to commit to a vibe, right? We need that commitment, because your soulmates that are coming in to assist you in the project, they're going to vibrate at the frequency that you're sending out. So if you keep changing the song and the structure and the energy, those that are meant to come in alongside of you we're confused. So tap into this Ace of Wands, this kind of singularity, if you will, and structure of passion. Like, this is my passion. This is the desire. This is the end goal. Not quite sure exactly how we're going to get there, but this is it, right? And then when you stand your ground, don't get defensive if somebody comes and says, hey, we might need to change this a little bit or change that a little bit. Don't get so stuck, and don't feel like somebody is like coming at your neck, because they're not. All we're trying to do is be sure that it's communicated properly, so that what manifests is what's meant to manifest. Okay?